a remarkable discovery. Is it remarkable? I don't know, but we're gonna go with a remarkable discovery. All right, I got 3 mods in front of me. They're all set to 200 watts. We're gonna use the Temple, 30 millimeter. Let's see. People complain that 30 millimeters overhangs. It's really doesn't really overhang. It's got this curl right here, which makes it look like it overhangs, but it doesn't. 30 millimeter on the evil dildo, the Evdilo, whatever. I should have brought up my camera settings. I really should have. Because, yeah, it's over here. Whatever. It's not going to focus. I don't have focus on. I'm going to pause, and we're going to come right back. Pause. Alright. That was a pause and pause moment right there. Alright, I got the settings hooked up. What are we using? The evil dildo, right? The 220 XT, what is this thing from? I always forget. Tesla SIGs, XT 220, right? And the Nova, the Geek Vape Nova. So I got 2700s in this, fresh. 2700s in this, fresh. And 18650s in this, fresh. Okay? Okay, you're up there, whatever. I tried to move the camera away so the whistling from the fan wouldn't affect it so much, but you can probably still hear it because it's hooked to the laptop. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright? To me, at least. So, this is showing 6.9 volts. Alright? Let's take this. Right? Turn you towards the camera. But watch the wattage. Yeah. See how the wattage drops? Look at that. These are fresh batteries. It does the same thing with the 21 700s. Yes, this is a 0.38. Whee! This is a 0.38, freshly juiced, ready to go. 22 gauge Canthal, 11 wraps, dual, spaced coils, 4 millimeter inside diameter. Alright? That's my specs for this test. It's nice. It's not, I would think it would be more, but seeing how this says 200 watts, when I push the button, it goes down to 123, 122. Well, that ain't right. It also says 6.8 volts when I'm firing it. Doesn't quite seem right either. It's good. It's warm. It's not where I would expect it to be. So, what I did was I brought the XT down. Okay? Brought the XT down. Ooh, dripping on myself. Told you it was freshly wicked, or freshly dripped. It was freshly wicked too, freshly built, all that jazz. Let's get some of that juice out. You know, centrifugal force of spinning just flings the juice out of it. I'm gonna stick this on the old XT 220. Push the button. New, yes. One thing I like with the evil dildo there, you don't have to press yes or no. It auto reads, and that's it. Whatever your last wattage was, that's where it's at. It's all good. Now, you notice on this one, this is same thing, 0.38, 200 watts, 7.5 volts. I know, 6.8, 7.5, right? It's actually warmer on the Evdilo than it is on here. Still a good vape. But that's not 7.5 volts either. No way. Now, I was trying to figure out what other box I had up there that would go to 200 watts. The first one that popped into my head was the old Snow Wolf, but I didn't want to use a Snow Wolf. I wanted something of today's value, put it that way. So we grabbed the Geek Vape Nova. That's Ace. Ace is playing in there. It's all good. So we grabbed the Geek Vape Nova, even though it's only 18650s. Alright? It's only 18650s. I got some Sony VTC5s in here. Ooh, right away. I already had this on here. It didn't even ask me if it was a new one. Let's take her back down again. The red screen of death. You see that? 8.74, 0.38, 200 watts. Alright? Why did the... Oh, you gotta wait for it to time out a little bit. There you go. 200 watts. Alright? Spoiler alert. This feels like 8 volts. You hear the difference of that? Yeah. So, what the hell? You hear how angry that is? That's hot. It's hot and angry and what I expected those to be. Neither one of those. Neither one of those have the power output. What is up with that? They're both 21700 mods. I got 2700s in them right now. But the dual 18650 chipset in this Geek Vape Nova outshines both of them as far as power output. As far as battery life, though, no. This is where it all comes into balance. Are you a high wattage vapor solely all the time? Then don't get these, right? You're better off with one of these, but you're going to be changing the batteries more often because they're smaller. I'm going to need a Geek Vape Nova 21700 mod. That's just what it comes down to. If I want to go high wattage. Because that's angry. I haven't really vaped like that for a while. All I've been vaping lately are these damn mesh coil head tanks at 50 watts, right around 50 watts, 40 to 55 watts. That's all I've been vaping. So, yeah, if you put them on here, fine and dandy. If you put them on here, fine and dandy. 50 watts is a 50 watt vape all day long. All three devices, single mesh coil, no problem, all day long. Pretty much the same vape within like 1 or 2 watts of each device. Where this test comes in handy is power output, and neither one of these two have the power output. I'll say this: I saw a post on one of the online forums today in the TVP group. I'll say that, the TVP group. Go join the TVP group. Go answer some questions. Make Sean do some work, whatever. About the power not seeming to be there. So we built up the temple. We slapped it on here, fired it up, wicked it, juiced it. The power is not there. It's not. The power's not there. Yes, for sub-ohm tanks, things of that nature, sure, all day long, no problem. If you're gonna stick a big old Addy on there with 0.11s, 0.0007, point whatever, no, No, it doesn't reach the power that it's supposed to reach. This does. You heard how angry that is, right? You hear how angry that is. I'm not touching the buttons other than the fire button. They're all at 200 watts. Ah. Baby. It's okay, Grandma has him. Don't worry. We stick this back on here. It says 200 watts. I know, out of focus. Drops to 124. Nowhere near as angry. Nowhere near as angry. And on the Tesla Sigs XT220, even worse. Even though it says it's doing better. This is going to ask me if it's new. Yes, new. A little slower ramp up. A way cooler vape than either one. But the winner is the Geek Vape right there. I was going to put it on the Voopoo. That's pretty much why the Voopoo's out. Forgot. It only goes up to 157. So, well, shit. It's here. 157 on the Voopoo. Is it warmer than the Evdilo or the 220 XT? Is it? Is it? Let's find out. Why not? We're here. At 157, because that's all this goes up to. Yes, new coil. Crank you up. 157, come on. You'll get... Like I said, I was only vaping at like 50 watts. 157. Maybe you'll be able to pick that out. What does this say? Voltage 6.6. That's right in between the Evdilo at 200. Maybe just not in between, but just above the Evdilo at 200 and the Geek Vape at 200. All right, the Nova. It's right in between there. That's only at 157. Okay, bring me out a Voopoo drag 21700 at 200 watts. That's what it comes down to. Why are you making these nice big battery loving mods but your chipset sucks? Why are you making these? Your chipset sucks as far as power outputage. I like this mod. I really do. This is really nice. I like the fact that I can put any device on here and it auto reads. I love that feature. I don't have to hit yes. I don't have to hit no. I don't use the TCR on here. If you want to use the TCR on here, you have to know the value of your wire because you have to manually input it. Pain in the ass. Thank God I don't use it. The screen's nice. Everything's nice. This isn't a review for this. I will bring that out later. But this all had to be mentioned because people have noticed that it doesn't seem to be putting out what it's supposed to be putting out. And it's not. However, if you're like me and you just stick a regular old sub-ohm tank on here and rock it all day long without worrying about battery life, it's great. It's great. It's small. It's tiny. Geek Vape, right? Uwell. It's it's shorter, all right? It's shorter than it. It's just barely wider, just because of the screen area right here. That's it. Just barely. But it's, look at that. It's shorter by like 2 mils, easy. 2 millimeters, not mils. It's not as long. It's small, pocketable. It's great. But Oh, and it round robins, by the way. But so does this. Yes, sub-ohm tank, no problem, all day. Fatty dripper on there with huge coils. You want the most power of your life coming out of it? Not happening. Not happening at all. So, choose your devices that way. I don't believe anyone has spoken on that, but the power output should be way bigger than that, especially when I can throw it on a dual 18650 mod and blow it out of the water. Especially when I can put it on a dual 18650 mod at 157 watts instead of 200 and go just a hair above what it's doing at 200. Yes, it's a new coil. Whatever. Yeah. Only goes to 200. Want to do one more device? We can do one more. I'll take the same batteries out of the Nova here. I'll throw them in the Snow Wolf. Remember, the old Snow Wolf reads TC first for like 3 seconds. Okay? So the first hit's not going to count. Snow Wolf, where are you? You're up here. The old Snow Wolf. Right? Right? The old Snow Wolf. That goes to 200 watts. First hit doesn't count. First 3 seconds are in temp mode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't been vaping long enough to have owned a Snow Wolf. Because yes, this is an old mod. Slap the old door on. Comes up Snow Wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's at 50 watts. Screw that noise. Going all the way up to 200. Come on. I love fast scroll. Fast scroll. 200. Alright. We'll set this on here. First hit don't matter. There we go. Now, ramp up time is going to be a thing with this because it's old. Now, angriness. Ramp up time again. It's going to be a little bad, but this is reading 7.5 volts. Showing its age. That's worse than any device on the table. Definitely worse than any device on the table. But we did it, just because we could. That's what I got for you. If you're buying this for giant output, don't buy it. If you're buying it for all-day battery life with the sub-ohm tank, it looks great, it's small, it fits in your pocket, awesome. But there's that. There's that. That's what I got for you. Y'all have fun now, because I know I will.